Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how we can use a new feature of model templates and, and how to bind these templates to your model. In this video we assume that we already have a template defined and we are going to create a new model and show you how you can bind the template to your new model. So let's build a logical physical new model, and we are going to keep it pretty simple just to show you the concept of how you can bind model templates to your models. It's taking a bit of time. Okay, here we are, and I'm going to create a simple entity called customer ID as a primary attribute, customer name, customer type, and let's just go ahead and create one more entity, and let's just call it address with its own key as an address ID, and we will have the typical attributes of any address entity like 1, 2, 3, city, state, zip. That should be enough. At this stage we're not going to bother about setting the data types, so whatever the default data types are, we just leave it there. So we just built a primary uh, key to the foreign key relationship between those two tables, being customer as the parent table and address as a child table. Now let's go into uh, model user defined properties, and we will set up a few properties at the attribute level. Okay. And just to show you that how it will bind with the model template, we are just going to call some of the UDPs or user defined properties which are only specific to this model, and I don't have the same names in my model for the UDPs, but here is one which I know that I already have defined in my template UDP. So let's see uh, what happens with the one which is already defined in the model template and the ones which are not defined in the model template. So click on OK. Now for both of these tables or entities, we have these UDPs defined, and I will go into the attribute properties and we will set some values here. So we will call it entity 1, attribute 1, entity 1, attribute 2, just putting in some sample values so that we can refer back to that where exactly we'll put in these values. And I'm going to put in some value here as well. So let's call it value from model and click on OK. Now remember that the other entity, we do have all of these UDPs, but we haven't defined anything in terms of values. Okay, now let's quickly go and attach the model template. So go to File, Model Templates, and click on the Bind template. And I know where I have saved my template. So I'll browse to that location on my local drive C. Okay, so not responding transfer. Okay, here it is. So I'm using my ADW model template 1.1. Click on open, and I'm going to say load the entire contents of the template just to keep it very simple. I'll click on OK. And it says, do you want your domains to be user defined data types? If you choose yes, then all overridden data types will be reset to restore domain inheritance. We don't want to do that because there might be certain data types that we have defined in our model, and we don't want those to be overridden. So we want to keep it whatever we have defined in our model. So we click on no. And here it is. So these are the contents that were defined in our model template. Uh, the standard instructions in the model template are defined in here. This is an open area that is defined in the template, and here is the model that we have created. Now let's see, we'll go into the UDP properties of first entity. You see attribute 1, 2 and 3, these are the three new ones that I defined for my particular model, the new model that I created. And this is the one column info class, which is already defined in the template and is still there, but the value that I actually inserted in my model, that is the one that I'm looking at. It is not getting the values from my template. Whereas other UDPs it is getting the default values defined in the template. Let's see what happened to the other entity. Go to attribute properties, looking into the UDPs, you see all of these newly defined UDPs are there, and previously defined as UDP column info class is there, but in this case there is no value here, since there is no value defined in the template and we didn't enter any value for this particular entity. So here we are. So you see how you don't have to define the UDPs. If you have once defined those UDPs in your template, you simply have to bind the template to your model, and then you can see um, the template can be reused. This template can be unbind as well, but we will cover that in another video, how to unbind it. And this is how you bind one template to your newly created model or one of the existing model as well. It doesn't have to be a new model only. Thank you for watching.